Hey guys, Crangel Gaming here, bringing you the latest mods for Fallout 4 on the PlayStation 4. This is not a Creation Club one, but I will be featuring some of the Creation Club editions that have been released. As you know, yesterday I put out a video basically showing off the fact that they'd put out a couple of new Creation Club mods. One of them mostly being the BFG gun from Doom, as well as the Doom like marine armor. If you haven't checked that out, which judging by the actual numbers I actually got off that, which I'm absolutely gobsmacked. I mean, that's the first time I've hit over 1,000 views within the space of a 24-hour. Hey, Simo. Yeah, so yeah, I was absolutely astonished the fact that I could hit so many views within a short period of time. I mean, I wish I could do that for all my other videos. I'd definitely be able to afford to actually purchase new games basically off that. I don't have Overwatch, Simo. So, anyway, yeah, thank you very much to everybody who tuned in for the Creation Club special that I actually did yesterday. Uh, your appreciation of the video and the fact that I was able to put it up like moments after it went live really means a lot to me, and it's just basically this is the kind of response I wish I could get for a lot more of the other stuff. I know not everybody is interested in a lot of the other content, but please, if you do come along to check out these videos for Fallout, please, you obviously want to support the channel. Uh, so basically, anyway, I'm getting distracted by the bloody sidebar. Sorry. Uh, Basically, if you want to support the channel, and I feel a jerk asking this, but please, if you want to support the channel, so subscribe if you haven't already, and like on the videos. But most of all, please check out some of the other content. If you only watch it for a couple minutes, just so I can at least get some interest in the other stuff. I must admit, I'm getting the same problem as a lot of the other reviewers out there, like MXR, ESO, in the sense that yes, I monetize my videos, but I do it on, and I've been completely honest since I started actually doing it. I do it to try and raise the money to put back into the channel. Everything I actually do, it basically is to try and enhance the channel as much as I actually can. So I said a long time ago, and if anyone missed it, the money I make from bot monetization on this is basically is going to be put back into the channel. The money I make is going to have a effect on the channel, and whatever money I do make off it, I mean, I've never even hit my first threshold yet, so I'm still building up to it. But the money I do make will be used to purchase a new game, or it'll be used to upgrade the broadcasting techniques or something. I'll be brutally honest, I'm doing this as low tech as they come. I broadcast through the PlayStation 4, I record through the PlayStation 4, and I basically do all my video editing and stuff through a Samsung iPad, which is, it's not even the big iPad, it's just one of those little A3, no, the A2 size ones, which is only really small anyway. Thank you again to everybody who has helped on the channel. Please spread the word about it. Let it get out there that I'm trying to actually grow and actually do it full time. And see from shaking my voice, it really did affect me yesterday. The fact that so many people tuned in to like my videos, and I can't say thank you enough. So anyway, I've took up enough of your time with that. You came to see the actual mods. I do apologise for going through all that. I just wanted to say a huge thank you, and unfortunately, I'm not always the best with words, so I do apologise, but thank you from the bottom of my heart for everybody who has tuned in and helped and make yesterday's video, even though it was only short, be as popular as it actually was. If you do want to improve the channel more, then please check it out. And Simo, I actually do. I'm not going to upload new movies because that's copyright. But if anybody is interested in actually checking out movies I've actually made myself, I've actually done one called Freaky Friday the 13th, The Bride of Jason, and there's also a movie on there called, which is the prequel to that, called Freaky Friday the 13th, The Origin of Evil. So if you are interested in seeing, any movies which I have actually made myself using the computer games, then please let's check them out. If you're looking from a quick glance, just go on to the Croangel Gaming Productions playlist, and they're on there. Right, completely out of breath after that. Right, so onto the latest mods, and I do again apologise that I can see on the elapsed time here it's gone in 6 minutes, and I do apologise. So right off the bat, we're going to go for the first one, which is in French, unfortunately. So basically, my interpretation of this is remodeling compliances DLC. I don't speak French, unfortunately, so I can't really tell you too much of what it's about, and I can't even really make much of a description, much of a guesswork of it. So if anyone does speak French and they want to contribute to the channel as to what it actually is, then please, if you can actually make out everything that's on the screen there, then by all means add it in the section. Right, Spectacle Inn, the player settlement. Spectacle Inn, largest settlement. This requires a DLC for practically everything, unfortunately. As you can see from the screenshots there, I'm not entirely sure if all of this is vanilla assets or if this is from the PC. See you later, Simo. But just you can see there's quite a lot of work being put into this, so if you want to check it out, it does look pretty damn good, I must admit. I'm not going to download it because I have my own plans for Spectacle Isle at the moment, so I don't really. Oh, warning, the lag in this one is real. Okay, so be careful because you're going to get a lot of lag, unfortunately. As you can see there, it does look very nice. Right, Good Neighbor Safe House mod for PlayStation 4. Okay, doesn't really go on too much just about his updates, unfortunately. So yeah, it's another safe house if you want to have it. It looks like it's just over the end. Oh god, it is a little shanty type of house. But yeah, if you want a little Good Neighbor Safe House, again, though, like most mods, if you're going to download any player home or like safe house type of stuff, don't store anything in there that you don't expect to lose, because when the mod updates you will lose your goods, unfortunately. Right, Ice Power Armor. Ice Power Armor paint on it. Video is not in the mod until he makes one. Okay, so you can see a bit of a frosty effect on the Power Armor, and this one doesn't require any Creation Club stuff, so it looks like the abominable snowman. Either that or something else has happened to him. Oh no. Yeah, okay. I'm trying to keep this PG. Improved lighting ballistics. Fix a few bugs, so that's just an update on some of the stuff he's actually put. This looks like it's a re-released mod of something that's already been out there. I continue to update this mod with more fixes as well. So we go. Ballistics just basically have a bit more of a better effect to them. The lighting, as you can see on the effect on the trees there, does look a lot better. I'm currently, if anyone's curious as well, I am currently working on, I've been working my way through the Fallout main game. As I mentioned before in past videos, I have actually finished the main story. That stuff's coming is coming to an end in the videos at the moment. I've uploaded started uploading the Far Harbor stuff, I've had to skip over a Automatron, mostly because of a game-breaking bug. When he went down to face the Vash Mechanist. I may still upload the footage I've got up to that point so far for anyone who is interested in the gameplay videos, but I went back after I finished Far Harbor and the same bug is still happening. So I've even tried deleting, or not deleting, but I tried disabling all the mods and going back in just in vanilla, and the same thing just keeps happening, unfortunately. So as far as Automatron ending goes, I have got it once before on my male character, so that is in the season 1 playlist. But the other stuff I'll just have to skip over it. I'm currently doing the Nuka World stuff, and considering it's the first time I ever got around to actually doing the Nuka World stuff, it is a blast. I absolutely love it. I even, whilst I've been recording the video gameplay stuff for it, I went and actually did each of the theme parks, and I realised whilst I was doing that, after I completed the first one, I started going around and doing a couple of the others, and I realised that there were so many different outfit choices you could actually do for each area, so I decided to try and do it themed. So if you do tune in for the gameplay as I'm uploading, and you do notice it's getting up to the Nuka World stuff. Far Harbor ain't that great, I'll admit I was a little bit disappointed, but Nuka World is absolutely fantastic. I wish you could go on more of the fairground rides, and you'll see me whilst I'm actually doing the gameplay actually attempt to try and go on some of these fairground rides, only to either fall off or fail absolutely miserably. Yeah, I've tried to theme the outfit for each area. So in the Dry Gulch Wild West area, I've tried to put on like a Wild West outfit on the avatar. When I go on to like a different area again, Nuka Galaxy, I've got on the Nuka Girl spacesuits, and then on different areas I've tried to theme in the outfit more or less to that kind of thing. Anyway, yeah, as you can tell, I'm pretty excited about Fallout at the moment. I mean, I would love more assets and more different types of mods, but they just don't have them, unfortunately, so I'm trying to make the best of a bad thing. Anyway, Fix Pack, Creation Club Chrome Power Armor Paint. Okay, the Chrome Power Armor was one that I wasn't too sure when I was doing the thing the other day if I'd already seen it before, but I did focus on it quickly. This is the one that was currently at, if you are going to download the Chrome Power Armor Paint and you're catching this video either today on Friday or any day over the weekend, I recommend, if you do want the Chrome Power Armor Paint, to actually download it from Creation Club now, basically, because it's 100% off, so you can get it completely free. And then if you want these extra additions for it, then you can add on to it from there. Basically, this is a Creation Club Chrome Power Armor Paint. It's a mod if you already have downloaded from the Creation Club. It basically says, not much to say here, that the paint had a loose mod, okay, but they never linked it to the actual mod, so you had to reuse resources to make it again. Now it's fixed. So basically it's a fix just for the Creation Club stuff. Okay, legendary chrome paint job speed. Invoker Grey, who's been doing a lot of the post Creation Club fixes and additions to the stuff, so if you want to check out any of his Creation Club additional attachments to the mods, then be sure to check him out. You must have Creation Club Paint Job Chrome Legendary added for this one. Legends adds for speed and carry weight. Again, if you do want to put your own legendaries on, then you can actually download legendary modifications. I don't want to take anything away from Invoker Grey, but if you were to download every single legendary that he has actually on offer, then you're probably going to be filling up all of your like mod space when you could do it yourself with one like mod, and then you can put on whatever legendary you do want to put on it instead. Like I said, this one is currently free on Creation Club. It may not be for a long time, so grab it whilst you can if you do want the silver chrome effect. Okay, unofficial DLC Project X milestone 36. Okay, just another updated mod for this one. It adds added legendary mods to some custom armors, fixed the CPOR uniform again, and this one does require a DLC for pretty much everything. Well, okay, I'm going to skip over that one for now. UCO Morgan's spacesuit patch, Creation Club patch. Again, this one's by Andrew CX. Okay, so this one requires obviously the mod for the UCO base game core components Unified Clothing Overhaul, which is one of his mods. If you also want this, you do need to have downloaded the Creation Club mod for Morgan's spacesuit armor in order to be able to use any of his modifications. He's layered it so armor pieces can be worn over the spacesuit. He's upgraded it with ballistic weave and chipsets, same feature as the power armor helmet mods, and he swapped the legendaries over, more moved legendary effects to the suit from the other legendaries armor pieces, and there's a bunch of other stuff on here. You can do a color swap now on it as well if you want to change the colors around if you're not necessarily happy with it. And yeah, a bunch of other stuff on there for it as well. Personally, I'm not that fussed about the Morgan's spacesuit even without the helmet, but yeah. Okay, Mythic Creatures has been re-released or updated, should I say. This one is version 8 and still requires the DLC for Automatron, Far Harbor and Nuka World. This mod gives a recreation of some of the most interesting creatures from ancient and modern mythology, like E.T. I wouldn't say he is part of actually mythology, but it's okay. King Kong, Frankenstein, the Bunwhip, Chupacabras, Nemesis and others. This version does not require DLC, yet it does say at the top there requires a DLC for Automatron, Far Harbor and Nuka World. Okie dokie. Either way, the idea is to find and defeat them, win big rewards and hidden treasures, and discover new interesting ways to fight enemies. I don't think he's really added any new stuff to this, so it does look like it's just a fix for something that he's already brought out. Either that or he's added the fact that you do need the DLC now to make it work. I don't see anything really new on the creatures list. As I said, this one has come over quite a few times, so it may just be a case of the fact that he's updated something and it's been re-released into the later section. Okay, restored content. Restored content. This mod restored cut content from the original game and some unused. The most important is standalone version with no DLC or patches. Important is standalone, sorry, not important. It's PlayStation 4 exclusive because it's not needed on the other version. The mod is a work in progress, hence why it's probably come up again, because restored content has popped up quite a few times. The list of restored content is Gunners in Diamond City, Derek, Brad, Finnegan, Casey, creator of Atom, Confessor Adalia, Good Neighbour, it's restored Dolly Madison and Eddie Lipkins, Vault 11, Professor Wildmere. Combat Zone, it's added patches, a merchant. Railroad HQ, Old Man Billy, Bunker, Arnie, Charles Stinian, Amphitheatre, Brother Matthew, Perk Magazines, it's added a couple of different stuff there. Restored map markers to a few different places like 35 Court, Bridgeway Trust Bank, Camp Kendall, Hawthorne State Fishing Hut, North End Graveyard and a Pizza Parlour, as well as some locations for Lexington Laundromats, South Boston Cellar, Good Neighbour Warehouse, Break Half Banks Cave, and that's it at the moment. Okay. Alright, posters of Far Harbor. For anybody who's looking to decorate their abodes or anywhere else up with some different stuff. Sorry, I got a very itchy nose. Friggin' cat was nuzzling me before and he's left me with some of his bloody fur. Post of the Far Harbour is an add-on for the Post of Commonwealth. There is, by the way, in case anyone hasn't already seen it before, the Post of the Commonwealth basically takes all the posters that you encounter throughout the game world and just makes them available to put up in your apartments or settlements as well. This one includes the Far Harbour ones, obviously, but by its name. 9 Vim posters, 2 film posters, 1 schematic poster, and 1 periodic table poster. A periodic table poster, if you remember, is one of the things you encounter when you first encounter the Children of Atom. The Far Harbour posters are located at the far end of the poster section, along with the post for pillar glitching and posters into place. Okay. Dr. Mobius's Infinite Stash. We have been over this before, but this one again is another one that's been updated for version 4, so I'm not going to really go too much through it again. Okay, pre-war researcher at CIT who worked on technology figured out the lead to teleportation. Her old machine is still running when can rematerialize any item your heart desires right before your thing. So it features a rematerializer that you can just constantly generate anything you want, from weapons, ammo, power armor, clothes, food, drink, chems, meds, junk, bobbleheads, sig magazines, etc, 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 etc. Okay, Frostbite, a weapon mod. This one, let's see, a unique Gatling laser named Frostbite with a white retexture. As you can see there, it's found right outside of Vault 111. Can be found on the ground just outside Vault 111. How about that? Let's see a picture for details. Special features: Furious Legendary Effect, reduced weight, increased again, I think that's supposed to be speed, increased accuracy, and blue laser. So if anyone wants to play as Mr. Freeze, then you got a nice little weapon there. Cannot be upgraded at the weapon workbench. Okay. Portable nuka jetpack, pretty much straightforward there. Okay, something about creatures. Post of the Commonwealth, this is the one that ties in with Post of the Far Harbour, which is over there. TLS 4/4 subtle frames per second improver. Drops water force velocity and fall off by 0.1, sorry. This makes the water move just a tad bit slower, improving frames per second. Grass wave periods have been increased by 20. This makes the grass move just a tad bit slower, improving frames per second. Light object radius has been decreased by 10, causing a subtle dim decreasing load time and increased frames per second. Okay. Fallout 4 Ascension Project, PlayStation 4. Okay, what is done? Strength stats been upgraded. Gun damage maximum level 100 with a plus 100% double damage weapon default damage buff. No stat requirements, and not really much else. Okay, don't understand that one. Lightweight fusion cores, straightforward. Junk wall collections. Okay, this mod adds some more junk wall variations and walls with windows. This mod works with SWA, PA, tool, rug and pillars glitches. Updated versions. This mod was inspired by Awesome Junk Wall Pack and so on and so forth. You'll just keep adding more stuff to it, it says. Okay, TLS Ninja Steak. Adds an additional bonus to Sneak 1 perk. 5% additional movement speed increases with no weapon is out in the sneaking, which upgrades at the last 2 stages of sneak. That way you can sneak around swiftly cautious of combat, and not compromising your sneaking when in initial combat situations. Take out your weapon, you will move normal again while sneaking. Okay, TC companion weapon buffs, straightforward. Buildable Morgan's helmet and suit, but I bet you have to own it first. You must download it first in order to be able to randomly reproduce it. Minute Tower, only buildings. We have covered this before in the past. It basically adds a bunch of buildings to the sanctuary area, which are inspired by the Minutemen. You do need the DLC for practically everything though on this one, unfortunately. Vintage. Adjust nighttime colours so it's not as washed out now. Fixed issues with moons, not now only one moon large should display. Adds a warm, rusty vintage look to the exteriors of the game, does not affect interior lighting. Currently not compatible with other weather mods. Okay, so yeah, you can see there, that's normal, that's vintage. Vanilla, vintage. Okay, so yeah, nighttime does look a little bit brighter instead of as pitch black. No, it doesn't, sorry. Vanilla is the lighter one, vintage makes it look slightly darker. Okie dokie. Atom Cat's Garage Settlement. This one with its own little expanded area. So if you have joined the Atom Cats at any point, they are just off the coast from one of the other settlements, and I'm name some kind of farm. It's basically the water treatment plant, sewage plant kind of thing. Anyway, this one adds a new settlement for you to own. It's completely customizable, so once you have done whatever you need to do to get in there, settlement features has plenty of dirt for food, has water sources for water, very high build area, large build budget, but if you've got the no build limit, then you can just build pretty much until your game crashes anyway. Okay, what about those highlightable objects? If you're wondering why some objects are highlightable and not scrappable, because they are mods that make extra things scrappable. Okay, I added those potentially scrappable in case you have those mods installed, but they're a lot. Okay, I lost interest halfway through. But yeah, anyway, it's new settlement in the Atom Cat's garage area. Okay, Creation Club Hellfire Power Armor. This one came up last week. It's basically if you own the Hellfire Power Armor. This was another one that was currently free last time. It's currently not again. It's back to full price again now. But yeah, if you did manage to pick it up, here is a Hellfire Power Armor mod to basically make it overpowered. Adds basically weightless times 2, value times 2, armor times 2, health times 2, rad exposure times 2, plus energy resistant, 150 resistance to all the types of damage. Must have the Creation Club Hellfire Power Armor in order to use the mod. TLS Graphics Improver Legendary Edition. Brings the old visual changes back. Okay. Wow. That was informative. Overpowered Chinese Stealth Armor, another one from the Creation Club by Invoker Grey. As I mentioned before, there is quite a lot of his stuff currently floating about. It's basically mods to attach on if you did buy or pick up the Chinese Power Armor or any of the other Creation Club mods. Must have the Creation Club Chinese Stealth Armor, obviously, and then it just makes it overpowered. So, okay. Charles Overhaul Morgan Suit Patch, straightforward. Better Prey Spacesuit Implementation, again another patch for Creation Club content. Far Less Far Harbor, what? Okay, because I've had this before, I was actually doing the bloody thing. This mod aims to remove Far Harbor's frames per second intense fog clouds scattered around the island. After playtesting, I can say that the island still has that very spooky, mysterious vibe to it, notably frames per second improved. This does not touch weather, so your mod for that should be compatible. Okay. Load order, it needs to be in the lower bottom half of the thing. Those misty effects were used over 3,000 times on the island, and it's paying to run in frame. Okay. Wasteland Lighting Overhaul. Does require the DLC for Automatron, Far Harbor, Vault-Tec, and Nuka World. He's working on a fix for the black loading screen God Rays, and okay, as you can see there, just improves the lighting. Straightforward. Graphics improver for Fallout 4. Making the Wasteland great again, survival guide. Pit-Boy Light, Shadow Spotlight. Pit-Boy Light, Shadow Spotlights again. Another Pitch Black version. Okay. Pitch Black version 7. Okay. this is going to be a cube for police, so I might as well bring up pitch black nights with normal colouring, saturation reduced by 50%, recommended to enable the Nightmare Creations mod in conjunction with this mod. Get a bit of a plug in there. Speaking of plugs, if I'm going to be doing plugs then, and if anyone's still with me at this point, if anyone does want to see the Rivet City mod in action, I did it a couple of weeks ago and I forgot to plug it last time I did a video. I managed to plug the Marimi Serrano mod when I was doing the Skyrim one, but I completely forgot about plugging the showcase mod that I actually did. Basically, a while back I said I was going to do a showcase on a mod called Rivet City, or The Return of Rivet City, or something like that. Basically, if anyone remembers Fallout 3, there was a aircraft carrier called Rivet City, where you basically had a quest hub, and basically you spent a lot of time there. I'm not going to go too much into it. Either you've heard of Rivet City or you haven't. There isn't too much to really say about it other than that. But someone attempted to do a mod to actually bring Rivet City to the Commonwealth. I was skeptical about it, and to be honest, my skepticism was right. It's not great, but if you do want to check out the Rivet City mod, have a look on the Fallout 4 mods, Fallout 4 PlayStation mods playlist. It'll probably be about 3 or 4 videos down the list from this one when it's eventually uploaded. I basically take you through the entire ship from the top deck all the way down, and you'll actually see for yourself it's not a fantastic place. It is a settlement as well. The fact that you can activate the settlement machines, settlement workbench, and you can do whatever you want on it, but for me personally, I was not impressed. So and yeah, it's probably unfair to say that, but I think given some of the assets, the vanilla assets that are in the game that you probably could have used, I think it could have been done better. And I actually encourage someone out there to try and actually do better than what was actually in that. Anyway, like I said, check out the video. You'll see for yourself what I mean. And if there is anybody out there who is a keen, hopeful modder or knows modders who can actually do these type of things, set them a challenge. And if you manage to get it up actually on here, let me know, and I will gladly review it and upload it yet again. The other thing I want to say at the moment, for anyone who missed it, I'm currently working on, well, not working at the moment, but I'm putting together a blueprint of ideas for a giant settlement. I'm going to completely wipe the floor using one of the actual mods with the Starlight driving, and I'm going to build Gotham City. That's Goth as in Goth hyphen Gotham City on that location. I was currently balancing it out between using that one or Spectacle Island. Spectacle Island, yeah, would be good, but to be honest, it's a little bit too big for what I want to do, and I remember the game would probably crash before I even got through the 4th or 5th building. So, Starlight Driving, I'm going to build a bunch of skyscraper buildings, put a little nice greenery park in the middle where you usually got that dip of water. I'm going to take out the diner and the the cinema screen area, completely wipe that down. So it's just a completely open area. I've also got the settlement expander mod on at the moment. So hopefully by the time I'm actually done, I should have a little mini city. Probably won't be able to do much inside the buildings other than go to the very top of them. But what I want to do is also add some of the other things where you can spawn the legendary creatures inside of the area and just have a bunch of wild animals running around inside, pretty much like normal Gotham City. So anyway, yeah, if you do have any other ideas you'd like to see incorporated into that, please drop us a line, because I'm going to do this as a what's the word? Not exactly a subscriber, viewer collaboration. I'm going to try and do it as a collaboration. Obviously, you guys can't contribute to the actual building process of it, but if you'd like to see anything in there, if you are a fan of the TV series Gotham or any sort of Batman franchise, or any even Marvel or a DC franchise, if you want to see something featured in there that you've caught in the other mods that you'd like to see incorporated into this little settlement area, probably not going to have a lot of people running around if there's a whole lot of animals and stuff. But yeah, if it's something that you want to see and something you want to help contribute to one way or another, then drop us a line and I'll take your ideas on board, and hopefully, like this one here, Nightmare Creatures, be able to put those ideas into my little mini settlement. Okay, Nightmare Creatures doesn't really have too much of a thing, but to make the game that's been disabled, okay. This experimental mod is meant to make the enemies more difficult when the sun has completely set below the horizon. If it is during those dark hours, you'll encounter enemies with increased abilities. Okay, so basically, it just makes enemies more difficult. Okay, craft your own robot. Again, I did go over this quickly, but unfortunately, one of the mods I disabled when I was having trouble with the automatron stuff was actually this one. I didn't get to feature it, but I will be in fact, I'm going to do it now so I don't forget. Re-downloading this one because I really want to do a mod showcase on this one, because the idea of spawning multiple Liberty Primes all over the place and just wreaking havoc. Just somebody please remind me to make a hard save before I actually do this, in case unless I completely destroy one of my pre-built settlements. One of the things with settlements as well at the moment, I have been working on a couple of them. Basically, not doing anything special, but the ones like the Red Rocket truck stop, just adding settlement buildings in there. So, and basically going from the top of the list of the settlements in dash menu, going through them all, just making sure everything's cleaned up. Because now, as I mentioned, I've got the settlement expander mod on. So, basically the borderlines of where you could build up to before are now a lot bigger. So I've been going around a lot of all of them before I started the Nuka World content, and I'll go back to it when I finish the BS Nuka World, clearing out all the extra trees, debris, rock, whatever I can actually clear basically. And when I do eventually get around to it, I'm going to pick one of these settlements and just do a full-on craft your own robot mod showcase. So please stick around, check that out, and hopefully it should be a bit of a laugh. Pip-Boy color jobs, red, simple green seasons, US. Okay, most of these just look like they're updated mods now for stuff that you've already seen, so I won't insult your intelligence here. USO patch. Optional patch for unlocked settlement objects. So yeah, if you do have any of USOs, this one is just a patch for something of his that is already out there. Requires the base games obviously for this one. This is a small and completely optional patch for those using both his USO Unlocked Settlement Object series and his UCO Unified Clothing Overhaul series, or any other mod that utilizes Andrew CR mod framework. When installed, it simply moves the 3 AWKCR custom workbenches, ammunition clothing, and armor smith works weaponsmithing into the USO integrated crafting category from the general non-USO area. This patch is not required to use USO with base mods if it just tidies up the menu a little. Okay. Freemaker Complete Edition, UCO Automatron add-ons for Unified Clothing, UCO Far Harbor add-on for Unified Clothing, Vault Tech 88 Workshop add-on. God, UCO base game core components, he's really gone overboard updating all of this stuff. Automatron update, unlock Ballistic Weave, UCO Far Harbor additions, Freemaker Automatron, dogs, not Brahmin. Okay. Simple camping, Legacy Edition. It allows you to put a whole lot of tents down instead. UCO Nuka World add-on. UCO base game. Okay, UCO and USO. He's putting a lot of new mods this time. I should say updated a lot of mods. UCO Wasteland Workshop additional tools. Workbench Anywhere. USO Contraptions Workshop. USO Vault Tech Workshop add-on. Wacky Weapons Workshop. Animals and Children's Settlers. Free crafted base game. OC Decorator. Okay, this one looks a little bit different than some of the stuff we've seen before. So, okay, right. There's a lot of stuff there. This mod makes inventory items into decorative static objects. Objects cannot be knocked over by you, the settlers, or a bizarre unknown force. Objects can be moved around using the crafting menu like any other settlement objects. Objects can be scrapped and it returns the item back to the workshop inventory. You can transfer it back to your inventory from there. Okay, how to place build static items with the OC Decorator. Open up your settlement building mode, standalone OC Decorator locates the OC Decorator menu on the far right of the main menu, build away. Most objects require that you have one of said objects in your inventory to build it. You can get around these requirements using a cheat menu mod. Known issues so far is just items come with ASIS. Some won't be easy to place or will sink halfway through, and other issues, take it with the suits, Beth Sony. Okay, Bethesda and Sony. Okay, UCO Nuka World add-on for Unified Clothing, Wacky Weapons Workshop even, base game, Cages, Overhaul and more, Cheat Room, Scrap That Settlement, base version, Power Armor Frame Crafting, Workshop Turret Pack, Settlement Supplies Expanded, Rocket House Blues. Okay, that's just an updated mod because I have covered that one before. Kaboom Stick, Skin Armor Craft, a Fallout 4 Season Pass member. Pre-War Sanctuary Player Home. The Hellfire Power Armor NPC Grenade Beacon. So you need the Creation Club download for that one still. Moddable Robot Settlers compilation, cheat containers, Busty mod which pops up every single time, pre-war house player home settlement, excuse me, Sanctuary Hills rebuild, Broho Steel Good Neighbor player home, no DLC, Curious Face upgrade, Dearest Nikita and Max Best Dogs Ever. Okay, this is basically renames Dogmeat. Fallout 4 frames per second overdrive, Laundromat makes your clothes clean or dirty, Scarecrow's tweaks, and that is it. Right, very quickly, one thing I want to go over is there has been some changes to some of the mods that I do actually have on here. I realised the other day I haven't actually updated them for a while. As you saw through this video, I just re-downloaded the Craft Your Own Robot, and I will get around to doing a mod showcase on that soon. Keep your Radiance in Commonwealth. I've been over this before. It just basically disallows any of the Commonwealth quest givers sending you over to Nuka World or Far Harbor just to basically kill somebody or retrieve X object. Simple Grass mod. I downloaded this one for if you did see the mod or the instruction video for Settlement Building 101, where I actually built my own house, the house I'm actually sitting in right now. Then this one basically is to go back and do some additional work on that one to put some grass out in the back garden, because at the moment it just looks like a wall of mud. Scrap That Settlement all in one. This one is perfect if you want to scrap obviously all your settlements. This is one of the new ones I was on about, all settlements extended even. This basically increases the build area and the scrappable area of virtually every settlement to a lot bigger area. And when I say a lot bigger area, I mean a lot bigger area. One of the ones I can use is Croup Manor. the whole area out the front of the house where you've got trees and leaves and everything else. This basically it allows you to scrap all those trees, or most of the rock. Some of the areas you cannot actually break because I think it would either break the game or would have some kind of issue. But it shows up as being able to actually scrap them, but you can't. It basically just disallows it. Uh, so yeah, this one is one that I definitely recommend, having now actually tried it out. And as I upload more of the settlement build videos, you will actually see me scrapping that extra area. One of the ones I will be doing, obviously, like I mentioned before, is the Starlight Driving. So I'll save that one for when I do this video. Limited edition bobbleheads is, as always, Sanctuary Max crafting resources. It's pretty much straightforward. Scrap grass, leaves, bushes, and leaves. Again, just an extra addition to your settlement building. DC Glory expansion. This one is absolutely fantastic. I cannot say enough about this. It has so many interesting things that have been added and keep being added to the Diamond City. Every time I walk in, it feels like something's changed or actually different, and it looks fantastic. KMZ Ventures DLC required. Okay, KMZ, this one. If you're going to download this one, one thing I've just noticed whilst I've been playing in Far Harbour and other areas, not only does it add rich vendors, it makes your vendors rich, should I say, that you would normally sell to. It adds unique, non-voice acted NPCs in virtually every area you might end up going to. So they always have about 10,000 caps or something like that. So if you are heavily overloaded with a lot of stuff, you can sell off to them pretty much. They do have a load of unique weapons as well. Some original KMZ stuff. So yeah, definitely worthwhile is this one, and there's a non-DLC version as well. Legendary modifications. This is the one I can't say enough about because basically it's 1,000 mods plus in one, and the fact that you can just make whatever you want into like a legendary. You don't need to hold on to them anymore. If you find one on a legendary boss or anything, you can sell them off, claim the caps, and any weapon modification you want to put on to weapon modifications, armor modifications, power armor modifications, you name it, they're all capable through this. Only thing you've got to have is the perk requirements that would allow you to actually do that particular modification, and that's it. Pre-world settlements, another fantastic one, saves me a hell of a lot of time. Rich vendors is another one that goes on with this one, KMZ. Scrap all the things. I've actually recently downloaded this because I want to see if I can scrap more of the stuff that isn't scrappable. So this one still has yet to be tested. Workshop items base game. This is another new one which I've added, which is basically just to allow me to expand some of the building things I can actually do, hopefully. Workshop player bed, for those people who are sick and tired of the settlers jumping. If you built something that is intended to be your bedroom and then you find somebody sleeping in your bed and you can't kick them out of it sometimes, then this one's for you. It adds a bunch of different, probably about 20 different beds, which are just listed in the bed section as my bed. And there's bunk beds, double beds, luxury beds, sleeping bags. You name it, there's a bunch of different beds, including the Institute inspired ones, so like the high-tech looking ones. It basically just makes them assigned to your bed, so no settlers can ever touch them. No build limit for non-DLC and old DLC. These basically make it so you can build until your game crashes. Workshop items, again, a little bit of a new mod just to help me do some better crafting stuff with the workshop settlement things. High capacity new game. Again, you have to start a new game for this one, but it does add like 100,000,000, something like that, to your carry weight, so you can basically never have to worry about getting over encumbered again. Ballistic Burrow Steel Uniform, Ballistic Weave. Not currently using this one at the moment because obviously I'm it's whilst I'm in Botanuka World, but it basically makes the Brotherhood of Steel officer uniform available in the root cellar in Sanctuary, as well as making it Ballistic Weave. Functional Nuka Girl rocket suits is the one I'm currently using because I'm about to do the Galaxy World bit. Uh, so you'll be seeing that in the start of the Nuka World videos as well as the later ones which I'm doing now. I have actually disabled this one because I didn't need it. I went and altered my own face, so that was just a case of removing. Right, Nuka World Glory. This is one of the ones that I want to actually tell you about. It did disable the other day, but that's because of the updates when we were getting the Doom stuff. But since then, I've not had a problem. The gauntlet on this, I was very surprised. Yeah, the gauntlet that you would go through at the start of the game. If you haven't done Nuka World on your current playthrough, I recommend downloading this because it makes Nuka World look spick and span. And when you go through the gauntlet, there's no challenges. You can basically walk through the entire thing now, and it does take away some of that fun. But I was because I'd done the gauntlet on my original playthrough, and then I didn't do anything else on like Nuka World. The only reason I went there in the first place is because a Radiant quest buddy sent me there, and I was going to save Nuka World until after I'd finished everything else. Unfortunately, I couldn't do that. But anyway, yeah, if you go to Nuka World for the first time now, and you go through the gauntlet and you've got this mod downloaded, basically all of the hazards have been removed and it looks like a pristine Nuka World office area, and you can just walk straight through basically. There are still some things you can pick up, so he hasn't took too much of that away, but yeah, it just makes it really good. And the rest of the park as well looks absolutely fantastic. And so, okay, that's it for now. So, yeah, thank you very much for everybody who's tuned in. Thank you very much for the comments, even though you are just asking me for stuff all the time on that one. But yeah, thank you again to everybody who tuned in for my Creation Club Creation Club mods review yesterday. I do appreciate everybody who has either helped out, commented, tried to support, and please just keep doing whatever you're actually doing. I want to grow this channel as much as I can. Please don't forget to leave a like. Likes help the channel, and if you honestly don't like mods but you didn't necessarily hate my video, don't put a thumbs don't actually dislike it, because to be honest, it doesn't help the channel. I mean, you obviously tuned in to watch something, so it irks a little bit the fact that especially when you see the comments about Bethesda or Sony or something like that. I'm not Bethesda or Sony, so don't dislike my stuff just because you dislike them. I'm putting out videos to be informative and try and provide people with information as up to date as I can possibly do it. So please like the videos, or just don't like don't like the videos. You don't have to dislike the videos. That's my point. That's my 10 cents. Anyway, thank you very much to everyone who tuned in. Thank you if you're watching this on replay and you've gone all the way through. Don't forget, like, subscribe, follow if you want, and I will be back next week with one of the subcategories. I can't remember which one it's going to be, so it'd be something. You just have to wait and see. That'll make it a nice mystery. So yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. See you next week, and I'll be doing Skyrim mods straight after this. And don't forget, if you want to check out the Rivet City mod, then it's on the playlist for the mods for PlayStation 4. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.